Hello, everybody. My name is Sonia Marie, and welcome to my extended version of the weekend, the weekly rundown. I'm like, what is this called again? The weekly rundown. If you want to catch like a really short little snippet version, please follow me on Instagram. I give a little bit of information about astrology, but definitely about spirituality and how it pertains to astrology and what's going on in the universe at the time. I'm so glad to be alive and be able to extend this information out. I love to share. As most of y'all know on here, I really, really do love to share. I took an unofficial like week off. If you are wondering, like, God damn, did she come last week? Because that last week felt like it was this week, and this week felt like, yeah, I wasn't here last week. I'm gonna be truly, I did not post anything other than to the village, and we had a nice little live pop up Zoom situation. However, I did my best to take care of myself last week, so I hope you understand that. Um, that a chick needs to take a break every now and again. There's a lot of information and a lot of energy that's swirling around us all. And I want to be able to examine that and express that to you. I want to say hey to all the people here because this video is being recorded live. What's happening, Lucinda? What's going on, April? Love you, honey. Alicia Curl is here. Good afternoon to you. And Erica Smith. What's up? Yeah. Phyllis is here. And Weissman. Hi, Ann. Samantha is here as well. And D's Delectable. Does that mean you have like some baked goods or something that taste delectable? What's delectable in your world, D? Charmed Noir is here. And Polish My Pearl. What's happening? Hi, Kay. Good to see you all. Oh, my girl D is here. What up, D Beezer? What's happening, chick? How you doing? Be careful out there in the world riding the what you call I was about to talk shit about you, but training for the goddamn six bicycle Olympics. Be careful, D. You know I love you, honey. Okay, you sure do. You got them yummies. All right. Listen, I want to talk. Oh, missed you too, April. I want to talk about what's going on this week. And before I do, what honestly hit me during this last week, sort of sabbatical of me kind of taking a step back and not coming on social media as much or not at all, really. Is that I realized one of the reasons why I needed to take a break. So I'm wondering if you guys understand me on this or if you feel similarly in regards to having a hard time and or seeing an increase in needing to compartmentalize. Any hands up? Any yes, y'all? Any hell yeah? Or no, song, y'all don't know what you're talking about. Like, let me hear what you're saying. Hi, William. How are you? Walaikum salam. Kitty is here as well. Hi, Tamiko. What's happening? Hi, Katrin. Yes, y'all. Are y'all hearing me? Yo, I think that's the real reason why I shut down last week because, truthfully speaking, now, check it out from an astrological standpoint. Um, the North Node that has been running our existence universally over the last maybe 6, 7 months or so, maybe a little bit more, has been in Gemini. The North Node goes backwards. It is the node, the nodule for the moon in the moon's position. So the North Node always travels more in retro and then it'll go direct a little bit and a little bit in retro. So it ends up in retro signs, meaning that we just came out of the North Node in Cancer not too long ago. Now we're in the North Node in Gemini. Now we're about to go in January in the North Node of Taurus. So I just wanted to show y'all how the North Node goes backwards. The North Node is incredible. I think you should Google the North Node, tap into Jan Spiller, who has a wonderful book on the North Nodes called Astrology for the Soul. I'm telling you, it will change your life. But in regards to our daily existence and with the North Node being in Gemini, it's literally, if you look at, oh, that's a good analogy, Sonia. Check this out. Like if you went fishing, like big time fishing, like mass fishing, right? If you're that type of fisherman or fisherwoman, It should be a fisher fucking woman, a fisher woman and a fisher man. Why can't you have a fisher woman? But if you put that huge net out, and then the net, right, grabs all the fish in the bottom of this net, and then there's a line, and that line is towing up the net of fish. Look at it like this. We the fish. The line is the north node, and the pole that is grabbing, or I should say that's taking us in a particular direction in order for us all to follow. It's not as condensed as I'm making it, like with the analogy of the fish wrapped up in this net, but I want y'all to see what's leading us. My way of teaching. Hope you understand that. My way of showing you visually how important the North Node is, because it is our general. It is the trajectory in which we follow. And that's everybody, regardless of your sign. So if the North Node right now is in Gemini, we are being led by Gemini energy, which means is that most air sign people are okay, or I should say, not thrown off as much as maybe other signs are in regards to what this Gemini energy is bringing us into. Now, what does that entail? Gemini energy is about communication. And I think we spoke about this several videos back, but it's worth repeating because the energy is amped up now. And we're in the midst of a lot of squares that's going up against this North Node in Gemini, which is making this North Node and its energy more apparent. So, bless it. Gemini energy is about communication, socializing more, as we're all doing. And there's some crazy people out there that are not wearing their masks still, even though you're vaccinated. People, when you get in a group of folks, put your mask on. COVID is still alive. I'm just trying to say, it looks really, really weird that people are out here like acting like it's 1998. Do yourself a favor and cover yourself as much as possible when you're in a big area. Okay, anyway, socializing, compartmentalizing, producing. Gemini energy is good for producing some shit. So cut back to last week and what's happening right now. The reason why Sonia had to shut it down, because a lot of my Cancer planets was like, fuck this compartmentalizing thing. I can't think that fast. Gemini energy is all about thinking fast, all about compartmentalizing, all about producing, all about getting the information and effectively executing it in the way that needs to be executed, and delegating some things. So it's like 6 or 7 different avenues that you're working. Me, for one, I don't know about y'all, it's hard for me to handle. Just difficult for me to handle because I have to be emotionally attached to the things that I'm doing as I'm doing it in order for me to execute it and be the producer. But how is it working for you? Meaning, how are these layers and these different compartments and this act of being a producer working for you? Is it spinning your brain out? Is it making you nervous? Are you thriving with it? And you're like, bow, 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 making shit move in your world, in your life, with your children, with your man, with your woman, with your health. Like, are you able to keep the energy going? And I'm not saying it's a lot of energy. It's more so mental energy of staying on top of everything. Yes, yes, y'all. Y'all feel that way? I'm just saying that's kind of been my way. I should say that's kind of been the way in which people are kind of, I wouldn't say freaking out, but having a harder time navigating through the world right now, because mentally we are being called to check ourselves in each and every minute of everything that we're setting ourselves up to doing. You understand what I'm saying? So again, in every area of our lives, when it comes to our children, our work, when it comes to our friends, when it comes to anything that's important to you in your life, it seems like we're juggling and we have balls in the air. How are you going to take care of yourself? How are you going to forgive yourself if you drop some balls? How are you going to set yourself up to win and prepare yourself with information that will help you to at least effectively put it in position? Are y'all listening to me? Yes, yes, y'all. How are you going to, again, navigate this thing? Who's having the hardest time are Virgo and Pisces placements, whether they're in your sun, your moon, or your rise. I just wanted to make this known, and some Sagittarius, depending on who you are. I just wanted to make this known so you don't think you're crazy. Que loco out this motherfucker. Like, for real. You're not crazy. It's just a lot of mental obligations in this moment, and it's testing you to execute them the best way you know how. And if you can't, push them off. If you can't, ask somebody else to do it. Ask somebody else to help you, or take a break, in which I have. in my life. So I just wanted to put that out there in case anybody thinks that they're losing it. You're not. It's just a lot of mental activity that's forcing you to kind of come up with it. I appreciate the thumbs up. For the people that came in here and gave me a thumbs up, if you could please apply some more, put some comments down on the bottom of this video. Check out the description box for all the readings that I do, couples reading as well as individual readings to help us to navigate through this time. I'm only one of million, but I like the way the information comes through me. So I'm here to assist if you want to get a reading or whatever. Please put the thumbs up, the comments, and share this particular video. Let's talk about what's going through this week, what's going on in this week. And also, I want to get into a couple of small readings with anybody who has their sun, their moon, and their rise available that I have not read already. Please don't try to sneak in for another one. All right, but check it out. This week is interesting in a whole bunch of different ways. The energy is about to shift. Now, we do know that Venus and Mars is currently in Leo, right? Venus is about to go into Virgo, okay? Which is a huge deal on some kind of level, right? Which is a huge deal. Why? Because there's been a lot of Leo energy in the air, even though the sun wasn't in Leo. Venus was in Leo and Mars was in Leo, and it was pushing some things along. Honestly, probably real productively, like keeping us on point of just going straight, just burning away with courage and with will. Now that Venus turns into Virgo, it's about pumping our brakes just a little bit so we can service people. Venus again is about value and love and self-worth and money. And when it's in Virgo, it thinks of everybody else but itself. So there's a moment in which we're shaking up out of a fierce, self-centered kind of feeling and going into more of the feeling of love when it comes to servicing. So we're going into Leo season, which seems tricky because this big old sun is going to keep adding that self-centeredness, gregariousness that's about to happen. But Venus is switching. Venus is switching out of Leo and that gregariousness into Virgo. That helps to say, yeah, you can be bright and beautiful. Just make sure you put some shine on somebody else. Make sure you see someone else as a respected person or recipient of the things that you're shining as now on and as and through and for. Now, the bottom line is this, is that it seems simple, but it's not, because we're in a moment of 4 planets being retrograde. In the middle of August, 5 planets will be retrograde, right? So we're in a moment of, I know I'm throwing in a lot of information, y'all, but just hang in there with me. I haven't been talking to nobody, not really, a couple friends, but so just hang on with me, okay? We're in a moment of some serious outside planets that are retrograde, 5 of them, right? But right now it's 4. So even though we're pushing through Leo energy, pushing through service energy of Venus going into Virgo, trying to push through and being critical of our movements, being critical of other people's movements, there's a moment to pause, a need to pause, a necessity to kind of pull back and see exactly, like almost pull the curtain back and see exactly what we're coming to our lives with. That sounds so fucking general and out there, so I'm gonna do my best to explain. With Saturn, with Jupiter, with Neptune, and with Pluto all going retrograde, these are not necessarily personal planets, but these are planets that you've been building on. These are planets that you've been ripping shit, like you've been dealing with your fears and lessons and power structures and blessings and all kinds of things, and now we're being told to pull back. So in the midst of us pulling back, retrograde, and looking at all of these things again that Saturn and Pluto and Jupiter and Neptune is bringing us, we're also told to shine. That's a motherfucking conundrum. Don't y'all see that? I did my best to try to add all of that information in one kind of sentence situation so y'all can see the severity, or I should say the gravity of this time. On top of Gemini North Node saying, handle it, deal with it, wrangle that shit, lasso what you need to lasso, make certain things priorities and other things put on the back burner until you can get to them. But we need to shine. We need to still look like we know what we're doing in the midst of reviewing all of our fears, in the midst of reviewing all of our power structures, in the midst of reviewing out the blessings that are coming to us, in the midst of reviewing Neptune, all the delusions that we built up around ourselves. With Neptune, just a little caveat with that, with Neptune going retrograde, we can't even get high and get drunk like we used to. We can't even escape like we used to. Why? Because Neptune and its retro moments is saying, yo, get out of your delusion because shit's going down. Yes, you still need to shine, but you're going to look like a crazy boo-boo the fool if you're too proud. Now bust it. That's why Venus is going into Virgo, so you can pump and find some value in other people, value in servicing, value in the details, value in being analytical. Because once that sun goes into Leo, I really hope y'all following me. Y'all may have to see this again and again because it's some nuggets. Once that sun goes into Leo, though, on Thursday, now it's saying shine with all of these retro moments and with the need to serve, but don't get overly proud about some shit. Now, here's the tricky thing. Here's the tricky thing. Why? Because people, and then this is definitely a couple of different examples, but people are happy to get back to normal. People are happy to get back into this gregarious party space, right? But you can't be too proud, too arrogant, too forthright, not to see the details, not to see what's actually going down, not to see your strengths and your weaknesses coming up to the surface for you to handle them Gemini North Node style as they come, like compartments, prioritizing. That Leo energy has a way of bringing heart and soul and gregariousness to everything that we do. It brings the love, true. Leo is all about loving, but sometimes it can overshoot. Understand, its ruler is the sun. Sometimes it can overshoot and outshine the actual details. So y'all follow me? That not only are we staying alert, Yaya, we're staying, and I agree with you on that, period. In addition to that, we're staying alert because we can miss the actual work that we are really trying to do right now. And the work that we're doing right now is recollecting everything that we've been building. Honestly, it goes back. It goes back to a couple of years, like the year before COVID, when shit started to break down. The shit broke down. We helped to rebuild it again. And now this summer spirit is like, yo, universe is like, yo, take a pause for a second. This shit that you're about to build up again, it can't look like before. And you can't shine too brightly in this Leo season and not pay attention. Utilize that Venus in Virgo to reiterate. Utilize that Venus in Virgo to pay attention to the service that you're supposed to give, not only to yourself, but to others. And to pay attention to the details, find value in the details. Does this make sense? I really, 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 really hope it does. Because it's a lot. It's a lot. And I added a lot to that. The full moon is happening oh wait. So the sun goes into Leo on Thursday. Apologies if I said Friday. The sun goes into Leo on Thursday at 10:26 a.m. And then there's a full moon, is what I meant to say, on Friday at 10:37 p.m., both Eastern Standard Time, okay? And that full moon Aquarius, and I'll stop with here and then go into a brief little reads. That full moon in Aquarius deals with everything that's coming to a full swell, a full culmination, and letting things go all Aquarian-like. Are you letting some friends go? Are you letting some groups, some organizations go? Are you letting go some things, some plans and ideas that are outdated, that don't work for you any longer? How about this? Are you letting go, especially during this retrograde moment, are you letting go of certain desires, plans? I said that earlier, but more so desires and future seeking things, like the dreams that you had in order to move forward, like your future. Excuse me, I'm sorry for your burping, y'all. Are you letting go of your vision to accommodate a new vision? Now, truthfully, that can be a little heartbreaking for some. Understand how this all falls into play, because we're still reviewing a lot of things about ourselves, those retrograde planets, right? Y'all getting me, right? So are we letting go? What dreams and aspirations, Are you letting go while you're reviewing and you recognize, I can't even handle that shit no more. Maybe I shouldn't be a singer. Maybe I should just be a daycare worker or some shit. I can't even handle those lessons and those fears any longer. Or those lessons and those fears via Saturn being backwards, those lessons and those fears are panning out this way. I need to do it this way. I need to honor myself and take the lessons and, accommodate my life the way it should, as opposed to me being hell bent about being this singer. Again, an example. The bottom line is, what are you reevaluating when it comes to, no, one more time. What are you letting go of? That full moon in Aquarius, when it comes to your dreams and aspirations, are you developing more? Are you developing different dreams and aspirations and adding to it? That's a big deal, because Aquarius energy, full moon swell on Aquarius energy, is about the future. So how do you let go, full moon, of the future before it gets here? Does that make sense? Am I hitting on it? Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Oh, see, I do my best not to read these comments sometimes because I don't want to get distracted, but I'm glad this is resonating with you. How do you let go of the future before the future even comes? Now, here's a big part of that too. Universe is perfect like this because we're sliding up out of Cancer energy, right? And all that Cancer energy, true indeed, because I'm a Cancer and I know this to be true, we like to hold on to the past. So it's in combination with that, right? We reviewed a whole bunch of shit of what we're holding on to, the emotions that we're holding on to. Oh my God, I want to be a singer so bad. And the emotions to that, to say, it's not your time anymore, or let's do something different, or let's sing to the kids as opposed to singing on stage. Just staying with the example that I just had, right? That Cancer energy says, no, hold on to it, right? But this Leo energy says, yeah, we're going to let it go. We're going to move forward. We're going to shine in it, but I need the details in order to make that happen. And I need to be fucking honest with myself when this full moon Aquarius says, let it go. Change the plans, change the direction, change the perspective. Let things just disintegrate that are not working any longer. And I guess I know this sounds like a fucking broken record. I swear I said it like 200 million times. And it sounds cliche-ish and all of that shit, but I'm not trying to sound like a cliche. I'm really, really not. We are continuously emptying out and filling up over and over again. The thing about this season of filling up, why the shit is pouring and while we are filling up, we're recognizing, that don't taste good no more. Spitting it out and getting something else before we devour it in our bodies to have an allergic reaction to it. We can taste that shit in our mouths before it gets to our intestines. That is just not working with us. That's the detail. That's the awareness. You understand what I'm saying? Pay attention to that, because we know ourselves a little bit better now. We trust ourselves just a little bit more. Prayerfully you do. It's that moment. It's that moment in which you say, bitch, I've been a lot. I survived this shit. I survived COVID. I survived these breakups. I survived divorce. I survived going broke. I survived not having a job. I survived my son, my mother, my child leaving, either going up to the heavens or going to a different place to live on the planet. I survived all of that shit. Yo, stop for a real brief second and pat yourself on the back and give respect to your heart, your mind, your body, and your soul. The Leo energy loves that because it just wants to know that it's doing a good job. It needs the attention and the understanding that it's just doing a good job. And the good job for Leo energy, as we all will inhabit very, very soon, is the fact that we showed up, is the fact that we gave our best, is the fact that we're just here to live the best way we know how. Is to be courageous and willful for our existence. We showed up. I can't say that any more than that. I'm going to go on the village and give y'all a more detailed rundown of the week. So those that are in the village, in the village hut, please meet me over there. I'll drop that video. But I know that sounded like a lot. It's very, very hard to, in my mind, to look at all of these aspects and the things that are happening this week and find a through line. That's what I do. Other people do other things. I try to find the common denominator, the theme, and how it starts and middles and ends, so we all can see it like a story within our lives. It's difficult to do that this week. Definitely was difficult to do that last week because Gemini energy, that North Node, was going up against that Virgo moon. It's always going up against this Pisces shit that's been hovering over us, trying to keep us in contact with spirit, but telling us to be compartmentalized. It's a lot, y'all. It's a lot, but it ain't bad. Like, there's no sadness or no heaviness on it as far as I'm concerned. And if you are dipped into the heaviness, ask yourself, why are you holding on? If you're dipped into the, oh my God, it's taking my whole heart out, why don't you let your heart go? Don't you think your heart deserves something different? A different vibration anyway, a different feeling? And if it's not on the horizon and you don't see it's coming, I know you feel it. Like, new starts are being felt all over, all day, every day. So stay in the hopes of that, please. I feel like I'm rambling. I'm just going to stop. I really felt like I was rambling just then. Okay. I hope this makes sense. Hi, Nye. What up, Biggs? Oh, I love my Biggs. Naila Porter, y'all want to hear some good ass jazz? Look up Naila Porter. Nailah. Naila. She's the bomb diggity. All right. So this chick got on it. Angelique, the artist, was like, we're about to do this Cancer Sun, Cancer Moon, Cancer Rising. Your birthday is today. Oh, happy solar return, sweetheart, with all of that Cancer energy. Woo, 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 woo. And she's 28 years old. Now, this is an opportunity for me to utilize you, Angelique, the artist, right? I hope I'm pronouncing that properly. Oh, nah, you know I got you, baby, all day and night. You need to put I believe Naila's artist album, and I'm diverting again because she just said thank you to me. That's my bigs. I love her. Conjazness, right? Conjazness. Naila Porter. Please look her up on Apple Music. Sacred is a good one. Black Lilies is one of my favorites. Uncle Kujak. Okay, anyway. I can get into pumping up my peoples because I'm a proud friend. Oh, I'm saying it right, Angelique? Okay, cool. Angelique's birthday is today. And again, here's an opportunity to teach y'all something if you don't already know. The Saturn return is when your Saturn returns right back to the original position in which you were born. So Angelique, if she's not in it right now, she's about to conjazness. I was right. Yay, I love you, babies. Saturn return is when the Saturn goes right to the exact spot when you were born. It usually takes 28 to 30 years to do that thing. So Angelique, beside the fact that it is your birthday, solar return today, and you have a Cancer moon, sun, and rising, you are slowly driving into this Saturn return. Saturn returns of anybody who is over 30 years old. You remember, between 28 and 30, we get to see our fears straight in our face. Return your fears, Saturn. Return your lessons. Return your restrictions or the opening of them. Your limitations or the opening of them. Right in your face, and that shit lasts for a year and a half. So Cancer, sweet Cancer with a Cancer rise and a Cancer moon, you are going to be called to, how can I say this? To rely 100,000% on your emotional fortitude at this time. First of all, Cancer energy is dope as fuck because I'm a Cancer. But Cancer energy, like every energy, has its ups and its downs, its good and its bad, its wrong, its right, its lessons and its blessings. And for Cancer, we absorb, we take on everybody's emotions, we utilize emotions as the leader that we are, because we are a cardinal sign. That leader on the rise, that leader in the moon, and that leader in your sun, sweet Angelique. We utilize that leader of emotions to push us through any difficulties, meaning cry. Cry as much as possible. Get with mother figures. Get with women. Get with folks that make you, or I should say, that allow you to be vulnerable. Angelique, if you're around people for the next 2 years that keep that shell up, it's going to be a hard time for you to understand what this Saturn return is about, this lesson that is about to be thrusted in your face for about a year and a half. That Cancer energy, though, is good for pushing through, almost like the wave of an ocean. It goes where it needs to go, but it has strength. Squirrel. I went to Carlsbad recently with a really, really sweet, sweet, dear soul, and we were fucking tackling that ocean. Woke up the next morning, I felt like somebody done beat my ass. And when I say tackling the ocean, just standing there, letting the motherfucker goddamn Gemini just knock me down 10, 12 times over. And then I dove into the wave, dove into the wave, dove into the wave, and woke up tired as hell. And literally felt I was like I was just got jumped on the corner of Woodworth and Glenwood in Yonkers, okay? By 17 big chicks. For real. No opposed to big girls, but y'all strong. So the bottom line is that Cancer energy for you, sweetheart, has to act like that. It has to act like that big wave that you are attacking during this moment in your life. And I've chosen to specify, since you said you're 28, we're going to take your little time right here and talk about how to navigate you through that Saturn return. There's a whole lot more to say to you, honey, but I hope that hits somewhere. You got to cry. You got to move through. You got to be yourself. If you shut down and put shell on you, it can turn left and you can get really ornery. A mad Cancer, a shutdown Cancer, a non-loving Cancer is a really, really, really hard existence to live in. Okay? So do yourself a favor and use all the water that you can to push through this next year and a half. And again, happy solar return to you. All right. Y'all laughing at me? Okay. Who's next? Oh, good, sweetheart. Let's go on and do that thing, Angelique. We have Anthony Knox. I've never seen your name. Gemini Sun, Capricorn Moon, and Libra Rising. That's interesting as fuck. So your Gemini and your Libra get along really, really well. How you present yourself, the charming Libra that on the rise, which is your what? Which is your oh my God. I'm saying what? Like I'm talking to myself like I'm my own student because my brain just fucking blacked out. What? It is your defense. Your rise is your defense. It's how you protect yourself, and it's what goes out. It's what you attract as well. So, do you know that on your rising or your rising sign usually attracts the elements or attracts people who are attracted to that rise? Meaning, Libra rising people usually attract air sign people, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, or more fire signs people, regardless of your sun sign, because it's what you got on the rise. When you go into a bar, you're usually going to seek out all of those that are attracted to your rise. So that Libra rise, love Libra rise, by the way, they're incredibly charming, very diplomatic, always the one that's in the middle of the bar in a party in a situation, being the mediator, right? Always the one that's attracting people with your charm and with your dignity. Libra rise people love partnerships, so you have to be careful not to lose yourself in other people. Be independent while you have a partner on your side. It's a way to do that thing. That Sun in Gemini that you said you were works well with that Libra rise. Hi, Lucy. Thank you, my friend. You look cute.
I love you.
Love you too. My friend is so sweet. She's the bestest. Now I'm gonna talk a mile a minute because I got coffee. She's the bestest. She's the bestest friend. Because she gives me coffee just to make me smile. Isn't that sweet? Okay, Anthony, back to you. Um, that Gemini Sun works well with that Libra because that Libra calls out to the charmer and says, "Yeah, let's follow up with some conversation." Gemini loves to talk. Follow up with conversation with information, debating, seeing different areas of people's lifestyles, and trying to get to the bottom of it, like really being inquisitive about that thing. Why are you sleeping underneath the bridge for the last 25 years? Because I want to. Oh, okay. So how is that? Anyway, that's Gemini energy for you. Inquisitive in that way. Being able to see two sides of a coin. Here's where it fucks up your little, not fuck up, that's the wrong way of putting it. Sonia's way of saying fucked up is not that fucking detrimental. I'm a New Yorker. I curse just cuz, right? But here's the twist in the whole thing. Not necessarily fucked up, but that Capricorn moon don't like that Gemini energy. Let me tell you that straight away, up and down, right? Why? Because Gemini is way too flighty, way too in and out for that Capricorn moon energy. And Capricorn moon is emotions. So when the Gemini got you being flighty and changeable and talking to everybody, and when your emotions are saying, no, snap into some seriousness, snap into getting work done, snap into becoming ambitious, and you don't do so that quickly, that moon in Capricorn can plummet. I always keep my eye out for moon and Capricorn people because they have a way of sliding into depression a little easier than others. Allow the Gemini in you to keep you happy. And then when it's time to get serious and execute some shit and be ambitious about some shit, take a couple of hours out of the day to do that. When you put them together and you make them compete, the Gemini in you, especially the Libra on the rise, because that's a square to your moon and Capricorn. When your air sign situations start competing, your air sign rising sun starts competing with your moon, there's a problem. Allow you to be Capricorn when it's time, but you are a Gemini. You are sociable. You are a little lighter than that moon in Capricorn. Don't let it bring you despair, okay? All right, that's enough, Anthony Knox. I hope that makes sense to you. Keep rising to the top with that Capricorn moon, though. At the very least, motherfucker, you gonna have some Oprah money, maybe. I'm just saying. Not predicting, but I'm just saying. Capricorn moon people can always make it to the top. I'm drinking some really good coffee from our favorite place, Lucy and Mai, and Nicole too, if she's on here. Our favorite place called Manati's. Manati's is a coffee shop run by my closest friend, one of them anyway, Nettie, and her husband Louis, here in Culver City. There's another location in Venice. Bomb vegan Spanish latte. When I tell you it's like crack, motherfuckers, it's like crack. The village is about to get a whole earful because I can't stop talking right now. And here comes the coffee. Happy solar return to you, Tiffany, sweet Leo. I hope you guys are doing well. Listen, I'm just going to leave it at that at 37 minutes. I hope this helped you in some kind of way. I'm kind of browsing through here to see if I miss a request or a question of some sort. All right. Y'all are good? Y'all are good? Thank you for tuning in. Again, share this. Give me some thumbs up on here so YouTube knows I'm doing my job. I appreciate that very much. Vaughn, you know I'm not a coffee person either. When I get this shit in me, baby, that Manati's coffee is off the hook. They're really dumb for their stuff. All right, you're welcome. Gotta go. It's about to get loud outside. Be good to yourself and be good to other people, okay? I'll see y'all next week. Promise.